Scientist Sean.
And we want to be your Po-Town heroes, your source for all your budget Pokemon needs. What is up, everybody, and welcome back to Po-Town Heroes, your source for all your budget Pokemon needs. I'm Raikou Trainer Steven.
Pokemon Scientist Sean.
And obviously we get to finish off our tradition of covering the theme decks and making some changes to them. We covered Raikou on Sunday. Today we get to cover Entei, the Blazing Volcano. So
yeah, Raikou's the only Pokemon that really hasn't gotten its own video yet. Suicune was in the Celebi video.
Yeah.
Entei was in its own movie.
Yep.
Where's Raikou? I mean, I think it was a part of like Jirachi or something, but it's only had a part role. It wasn't just like there.
Yeah, like why all the Raikou hate?
Left? Maybe, yeah. But then maybe in the video game though, it was really prevalent and took over our big format.
Maybe. All right. Well, so let's take a look.
Back to the TCG.
So yeah, back to the TCG. So this is the volcano or burning or the Entei theme deck, which again is really good. Again, I think just a little misguided. It's got one Smeargle, so you can play your opponent's supporters. It's got two of the Entei, which is actually a pretty good attack. One fire and a colorless, Fire Fang for 20 and their burns. 2 fire and a colorless, Eruption 80, plus each player discards the top card of their deck and does 60 more for each energy discarded this way.
So up to 200?
Up to 200, so that's very nice.
Get rid of a resource from your opponent, so...
Yeah. It's got a 3/2 Houndoom line, which for 1 energy, search your deck for a card and put it into your hand, then shuffle the deck. And then for 2 fire energy, attack operation 50, plus if you have more cards in your hand, your opponent 80 more damage.
Yeah, so, I think a certain cat of the form just got a battle partner.
I think so. You're thinking
Stick?
That would work.
You want to keep a large hand size. And what's the chance the large hand size has more cards than your opponent?
That is true. We got a 2/1 Magcargo line, so if you needed Magcargos, this might be another way to go. A 3/2/2 line of the baby Blaziken, which once during your turn you may attach a fire energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon, which is pretty much Malamar but for fire. We've got, and then its attack is 1 fire, 2 DCE, 90 damage, and you discard a fire energy from this Pokemon. It does 20 more for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon, or to each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So 90 and 20 to everything. It's not bad.
I mean, Coco's been around this long just doing 20 to everything. But it's on a basic. So, see if this one's good enough.
Yeah. We've got Heracross, which does 120.
So long as you have a stage 2.
Which
I like the
Blaziken
attack,
covers.
But with 5 energy in deck, I mean, Shuckle's there to pull it out, but wrong deck.
Yep. And then Shuckle, which if you saw in our Raikou video.
It got creamed by it and Executor.
Yep, because when you play this from your hand to your bench, you get to search your deck for up to 3 basic energy and discard them to shuffle your deck. This just made Executor blow up.
They don't have to be different energy. They can be any different.
And then 1 grass, attach 2 basic energy from your discard to your Pokemon any way you like. So it's
and Shuckle has 60 hit points.
Yep, so
it's elmable.
It very much is.
Just to throw that out there.
Yep, and then a couple of the trainers, they threw in a Mallow, which is kind of fun. You search your deck, put them back on top of any order.
Just Magcargo without having to do Magcargo.
Exactly.
Or you top deck the 2, and draw the 1, and then mill off the energy you know is still there.
Exactly. So we obviously got a decent list.
And it comes with the Guzma?
And it comes with the Guzma.
That's nice.
They're actually throwing in some staples. Like, it's sad there's no Cynthia, but at least the Guzma is not a bad way to go. So that is the actual list. Now here's our changes to it. We focused heavily on the Entei and Eruption. If both are energy, it does more, or if the top deck's in energy, it does more damage. You know me.
We can control our deck, but your opponent isn't going to help you supply damage to their field.
Well,
what if you
not
make them?
Not unless we go for a hike.
And we make them.
Exactly, because you get to look at the top 5 cards of either player's deck and choose one of them. That player shuffles the other cards back into their deck and then puts the card you chose on top of that deck.
So burning your opponent's resources while hitting him for up to 200?
Magcargo, put a fire energy onto the top deck. Hiker, put a psychic energy on top of their deck.
Well, psychic.
Do 200.
Yeah.
Like, we have a Rangaroo in here so that we can draw. But
Do we have the Magcargo Rangaroo engine going?
no,
So we can use it to either draw a card we need or put an energy on top for damage.
now the thing
And that's
is,
why there's 2 Magcargo, because we can still have that second option to put an energy there.
yeah, so we could Magcargo into the Rangaroo, grab what we need, then stack the deck, put a fire or an energy on top, so we're
And
swinging at
hiker?
minimum.
So
what?
basically a Rangaroo to gather the hikers so we can control the damage output.
But even then, you're doing 140 minimum.
So you can almost guarantee the 140 average.
Exactly, and because of the fact this is all basic we also threw in 1 Okorio, 1 fire energy. Search your deck for 3 basic fire Pokemon and put them on your bench.
Because the only fire Pokemon is a Rangaroo.
Exactly.
The only non-fire Pokemon is a Rangaroo.
And then, of course, 2 fire, 30, and discard an energy. If you do discard an energy from your opponent's active, that's not bad. We're not going to use that attack if we can at all avoid it, but it's not bad.
It could help Blaziken in the long run, putting energy in the discard.
Goodbye Beast energy.
And you can actually force your opponent to have no energy, especially those special energies that they like so much.
Yep.
Or certain decks like so much.
Think so. We definitely threw in some candies so we can speed up our Blaziken. We upped the Sightseer. We upped the Guzma 1. We threw in 3 Hiker because, again, we want to manipulate our opponent's top deck so that we can maximize our Entei. Because even if we don't have energy and they do, we're still doing 140 minimum.
Yes.
2 of them we're doing 200, but at least 1 we're doing 140.
Unless we have to get other resources, the chances are we're going to stack an energy every time.
And every fire deck I build from this moment on will have Heat Factory. It's Scorched Earth for 1 more. I mean, why not? Drawback, Blacephion will take full advantage of this. It will. So you can probably use it to your advantage as well.
You go, cool, no more Heat Factory. Shrine?
Yep. What else did we do?
Go from the Heat Factory to the Shrine.
And we have Shrine in case we're going up against strong GX decks and we need to put them in line.
We don't have any, so...
Just like the Raikou deck. Again, very minor changes. I think the Heat Factory is like the most expensive out of all the changes we did.
Shrines are probably...
But even then, the stadiums are like the more expensive.
So the Heat Factories, you're going to have to actually... You have to pull it from the pack, though.
Oh, yeah, easily. So that's pretty much the list. So without further ado, we'll jump in and go. And if you guys get this reference, please let us know down in the comments. We want to see if people are paying attention. So we'll jump in and see what we get. All right, so let's check out our first opponent with this deck. All right, call the coin flip. We'll go Tails, because Tails never fails. Would you like to go first? No, we want to go second with this deck. Get as set up as possible.
We gotta start with an Entei. They had no basics. And we have Torchic where we want it, on the bench.
Torchic where we want it.
So
we got Tate and Liza because we don't.
Top deck. We can just Bending top deck. We can just Ultra Ball out. Oh,
Ooh,
okay. This is gonna be a fun deck to play against.
Oh, this would be a very fun list.
A very good test. So.
All right. So yes, we're gonna draw 2 more.
Okay.
To get another Entei and a Fire Energy, which is good.
We might use. We'll see what happens. We need to get the Slugma Rangaroo out.
Yep. And I want to save our hikers until we're actually ready to use them, because if we use them too soon, then we're kind of SOL. All right. So we got a Ralt active with a Fairy Energy and Cutie Fly on bench.
Is that the new one?
After Cynthia.
That looks like the new one.
Yeah, it is. Yes,
it's a non-Guzmo one once it gets up. So fire on Entei.
Fire on Entei.
Ultra the energy and you have stretchers in the deck, right?
We do.
Okay.
So for a Magcargo.
Then either pick a Rangaroo or Slugma.
Thinking a Rangaroo.
Actually,
what you got? Mine. Or Corio?
If you have to play a supporter. Well, we did play energy though.
We did play energy.
So Tay and Liza.
To shuffle.
Yeah. Because we we still need the energy. There it is. Turn 2. I wait on that. We can't. We're done.
And we'll enter.
And if everything goes good, we can just we use our core to get the remaining pieces out of the deck.
All right. So here comes a Cynthia.
And actually, we can switch.
Yep, we could easily switch. All right. So we got another Ralts on the bench. Except this one's a Lost Thunder one, and now we got an EV on bench, and they draining kissed us for 10. All right, so next up we will.
Do you want to use Oricorio?
We'll definitely want to use Oricorio.
We do have a switch in hand.
We do have a switch in hand.
And we have the Sightseer for next turn.
We've got Sightseer for next turn.
And I just Passion Dance.
We'll grab the Magcargo back out because it puts it on the bench. Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll grab the Slugma and.
Of course, it doesn't grab Oranguru, but we can always get that later. That's not the main Torchic.
Do we have the Oranguru?
Not on the bench yet. We grab the Oricorio instead because then we can get more Pokemon out. So Slugma or Torchic?
I'm going to go double Slugma. Because of the fact that they knock out the Oricorio, which we're kind of hoping they do, it gives us that spot for the Oranguru so that we can start stacking in our favor. We've got a Fairy Energy on Eevee.
So we can actually Magcargo. Yep. I would actually try to find Magcargo, Blaziken, Sightseer, Rare Candy.
Now you're reading my mind. And
we can pitch the extra Fire Energy too.
All right, so now we got a Sylveon GX.
And they're going to set up so...
Retreating for the Sylveon. So,
and they're going to Magical Ribbon off, obviously.
Oh, there's a Judge. They know we're setting up.
Well, it's a good idea. Because that was a good turn 2. Oh?
It would have been a good idea.
Shrine.
All right, so it looks like Combi into Rabombi, the supporter card one. I would honestly think they would go with the energy one when playing the GX.
I would do supporter. It's the optimal one.
True.
Your opponent cannot Guzma anything that's a fairy Pokemon.
All right.
So the only thing you can Guzma are Eevees have yet to evolve.
All right. So the magical ribboning for 3. We don't know what it is. So now it's our turn. We will Fire Energy onto Entei.
That's Shrine.
We'll add the Shrine.
Honestly, we should have put one.
We will retreat for Entei. And we will Fire Fang for 20.
Let's speed the game up.
They're burned. 20 for burn and 10 because of Shrine. So that's 50 in one turn. Could do better, but that's...
Well, they flipped heads, so...
Yeah. So looks like...
now in the slow way.
So now we got a Curlia with a Dumbbell on
and
the
Gardevoir.
active. Rare Candy to get the Gardevoir GX. DCE on the Sylveon. They're not holding back anymore. Secret Spring to accelerate energy. Onto the Guardy. Oh, they're going to keep with Magical Ribbon. All right, then.
They need resources. That's another thing we didn't put in the deck. Judge. We need to start putting Judge in almost every deck.
There's so many cards to look at and just
but
any
chance to change your opponent's hand is always a plus.
That is very true. So we will...
I'd start loading up the other intake.
Fire on Entei. We'll go back to Fire Fang, doing 20. 20 because of burn. And 10 because of Shrine.
And they stay burned.
And they stay burned. So now we got a Sylveon with 110. A Guardy with 20. Rabombi with nothing. And a Curlia with nothing. Field Blower, so there goes the Shrine. Because now we're in a bad spot because all we have is a Nest Ball and 2 Fire Energy. That Judge disrupted us more. Oh, and looks like we got another Gardevoir GX play. There's the Lily play for 5. Luckily, they're still burned. But the Fairy Wind, they would be shy with the Fairy Wind. But they're going to retreat for the Gardevoir, the undamaged Gardevoir. And now, what's the play?
They still haven't attached energy for turn, so we'll see
They
what
haven't.
happens.
Plus, they haven't Secret Spring, so. And is it onto this Pokemon or one of your Pokemon? From your hand to one of your
Secret
Pokemon.
Spring is energy hydrant to the bench.
And no play. All right, so let's.
Now load up the second one.
Energy.
And start putting in range.
Fire Fang
start damage output.
For 20. 20 because of burn. And they're still burned. Okay. So hopefully we can at least keep stacking the damage that way. We really need a Magcargo to minimum 140 and start doing some damage. Fairy Energy onto Gardevoir.
It almost looks like they actually attached it for turn, so.
They did. So Lily for 1. They're really digging. Secret Spring for 1 more energy.
They need 1 more.
Infinite Force for 120.
120. Math's off. That's why he set up the second one, too.
Both active Pokemon.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So, at this point...
Well, we top deck Magcargo, we knock it out. Well...
We got a hiker... Whoa, that was scary. So...
Do you want to control their top deck, or you want to guarantee ours? Ringru. Finally!
That's the plan. I'm going to control their top deck. That way we can at least get 2. And
energy on top.
And we will Oranguru. Hopefully for a Magcargo. Magcargo. Yes! And we will Magcargo to put a Fire Energy
on top.
To the top of the deck. And boys and girls, this is how you knock out a Gardevoir. Eruption for 200.
Yes.
Yes! It was slow going, but we got it. And we're getting set up turns 2, or the next couple turns.
I wish you could double hiker.
I wish you could double hiker too.
Because you could hiker and then put a candy there, draw it, and then use Magcargo to top deck an energy.
But now, drawback. He's got the revenge for 1. We have no backup attacker at this moment.
Unless they have no energy.
Unless they have no energy, this is true.
Oh,
there's the judge play.
That could be an energy. I was also hoping they get a Blaziken before now. A rare candy Blaziken.
There's a Blaziken.
And we technically have rare candy, so
technically counter catcher for the Oranguru. Okay, so they think that's the okay, cool.
The only problem with the record now is it's just sitting there. Do you want to get the other Magcargo out? So we have 2 plays. So we can always grab. Okay, trust me. Ultra Ball. Grab Magcargo.
Ultra Ball getting rid of
Fire Energy and Ultra Ball.
Fire Energy, Ultra Ball.
Go grab Magcargo.
Magcargo.
Bench it. Use Magcargo.
Magcargo.
Grab a rare candy.
Magcargo or Slugma and Magcargo. Hold on. Now Magcargo. Smooth over.
Draw rare candy. I know there's one in the deck because we had it in turn 1. So.
Rare candy, but do we have the Blaziken? Yes, we do.
That's why I would.
Okay, done.
Gosh. Rare candy. Tate and Liza. Well, after you draw it with the Ringru.
Instruct. For 1.
Rare candy.
Rare candy, the Torchic, and 2 Blaziken.
And then now we can Tate and Liza.
Tate and Liza.
Because we're still looking
for the switch.
Oh, that could work too.
And
just do Blaziken. Just get an energy onto it. Because there's no other Pokemon to really put it onto. On itself. I forget.
Oh, I was thinking of Oranguru. That way we can at least Psychic. 90-20 to everything. Okay, yeah.
And
next turn.
Force energy on top. This is why I was hoping to try to get 2 Torchic going, but oh well.
And we're doing at minimum 140.
And we got rid of a Max Potion.
And a Max Potion. So
that's a good thing.
That's good. That's good. We're doing good. Which now.
I said that one hiker just actually.
That Judge has definitely been disrupting us. We got a Xerneas GX or a Xerneas
still
Prism.
Need an energy. If they had an energy, they would have just. Well, they could have one there, but
there's a Gladian.
We're gonna find out that's an energy or Cynthia. Oh, not Cynthia, but
yeah, it can't be. DCE onto EV.
Yeah, with Blaziken, if we were building this for real, we were actually make Blaziken more dedicated to getting out.
Twilight GX, what does Twilight do?
Recover resources up to 10.
Which makes me wonder what they're gonna grab.
Well, we get. Tech, I believe it's supposed to show us which ones, because then it's.
Rolt, Guardy, Field Blower, Cynthia.
Energy and Judge.
And Energy and Judge.
And then supporters.
Alright.
They're planning for the next turns. Oh, let's let's use Blaziken. So partly this, we don't need Oricorio as much as I thought.
No, we really don't.
We probably be safer with just Dunsparce. Because it
almost.
Because we're having mixed attackers.
Let's Magcargo.
You can grab any item at this point. Heat factor.
For a shrine. Shrine's going to be more effective right now.
Oranguru. Save Kukui for now.
So we will shrine. So we don't need the heat factory now. We will.
You don't want to.
60,
we don't need. We do not need
70,
the Kukui.
80,
We do not
90,
need the Kukui.
200.
We almost. I say 80. We don't need a top deck.
Wait, now hold on.
We're doing minimum 80. 80 plus 160 is 240.
Right, but even then, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. Do we get a knockout on 70?
Steven, 80 does base 80.
Right.
Plus 160 is 240.
Okay. So we will Eruption, getting rid of a Sylveon.
And we don't need overextend when it's
Okay, this is true.
If they knock it out, we can actually get it back next turn. We sacrifice the Oricorio.
That's true.
Or force a Guzma play.
Alright, so now we got the EV with DCE active. Rabami's still on bench.
However, we top deck a Guzma, we can probably get this.
Oh, there's the retreat for Sylveon.
Okay, make it easy for us. Good game?
Good game.
Well, they're thinking they're out of range because of they're thinking they're out of range.
Oh, that's adorable. Except I'm about to do something mean.
You're gonna attach energy to there? Attach energy to there?
Nope. I'm going to smooth over to put a hiker to the top of the deck. I'm going to play a Heat Factory. I am going to Fire Starter to grab a Fire Energy, attach it to Blaziken. I will attach Fire Energy to Blaziken for a turn. I just realized I should have discarded the energy.
Oh, well.
That way I could use the hiker. So
we can go by chance.
What do you mean?
Just play Kukui now.
But then I can't use the hiker.
Well, you can't use the hiker now anyways because you just discard. You got the energy.
But I still think.
And top deck energy.
Top deck energy.
So we guarantee at least 160. We only needed one. We needed one energy minimum. We got rid of Mars.
140. There's a Sylveon. 2 prizes.
That was
yes. That was what, game 1?
Yeah, yeah, Sylvegardy.
So it's got potential. A little bit more tweaking and actual refinement, and this could be a really good deck. But I think just right out the box, minor adjustments, it does well. So we'll do all the ladder stuff. We'll get into another game, and yeah, we'll see if we can go 2 for 2 on this. All right, so here we are with the second match going against Steel Psychic.
Beastbox?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be Beastbox.
Or is it just
but the question, I'm pretty sure it's Beast Box or it's either Beast Box or Dust Mane.
Without a Rangaroo.
Would you like to go first? No, we want to go second. Not an ideal start.
But it's a start.
But it's a start, yep. So now let's see. So we got a Torchic active with a Combuskin in hand.
This could be a really quick game, depending how our Lily turns out to be.
But of course, can we play down enough to get a good hand with Lily?
Well, if you top deck Nestball, I think Oracle would be the optimal turn 1 play. It's Beast Box, or at least they just started with Celesteela. Well, this would be the way to find out. Oh, it's Metagross.
It's Metagross.
Well,
but if the total remaining is 6, okay. So we've got a Baby Celesteela active, a Beldum with 1 energy attached, and a Registeel.
But Tantalizer are probably the best option right now, due to the fact Lily would only be drawing maybe 2 cards.
Yeah.
Versus Tantalizer, we need a new hand.
That is very true. I should have attached the energy, but I would rather wait to see. Wow!
So just not do anything. So I think we're gonna
Singe.
So they retreat rare candy. If they can ask escape of rare candy. It's over. Well, if they get to Metagross. If they're running the baby one. It was gonna happen.
I blame you.
Why do you blame me for him actually playing?
All right, so we got a Metagross on bench.
Okay. How do you blame me for this?
I still
exactly.
I think it's your fault. So we will
actually no. Celesteela is probably the best thing to stay there in the active. It's the highest retreat cost thing in their
energy
arsenal.
On the Torchic and Singe.
I would have hiker. I know you like to save the hiker, but it can work on our deck too.
I know.
Just force something to the top like an S-ball, fan club.
Hey, at
any
least
supporter other than those two.
We got 20.
Yeah, but I'd rather them have that in the. I do rather have that in the active.
All right, so we've got
Shrine.
So we got an energy on Steel.
I know you don't like to do this with hiker.
Hiker.
You have to sacrifice a hiker.
From my deck to grab
Ultra Ball.
Ultra Ball. We can't really do anything with it this turn.
Burn the keep the burn going. Yeah.
Sweet, we're keeping the burn going. So now we got 60 damage on the Celesteela, but there's 1 energy on Registeel and 1 energy on Metagross. So second energy onto Registeel.
So Ultra Ball.
Ultra Ball.
Discard.
Fire energy Blaziken?
No, do not discard the energy.
Guzma?
Do not discard the energy. The other 2. You know why? Go grab Oricorio.
I see where you're going.
Energy?
Yep.
And I think Dunsparce would be better for this deck. Because you can actually grab Slugma, Torchic, you can grab the Rangaroo and then the other 2. So Slugma,
Entei, Slugma,
another Torchic, or another Slugma.
Yeah, it's. I just wish we had a Nest Ball to get in a Rangaroo. Yeah, we at least got 100 on the Celesteela overall.
2 more turns, it would have been dead.
Let's see what they end up doing. Metal energy onto Registeel.
We want to keep their highest retreat cost Pokemon in the active.
Yes, we do. Max Potion.
Whatever.
So they're stalling with the Celesteela.
Well, they just burned a resource they could use for later, so.
Entei.
I do not want to leave them bash and dance stuff for the deck.
I'm actually thinking about retreating into the Torchic and try for burn.
I wanted to leave it there.
Alright. So Passionate Dance.
They need to
fail
find
the target.
They need to find a resource to get that out of the active.
It's true.
So It's a 4 retreat cost. They led with their counter, attack.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like we started with Torchic. Shuffle? Just shuffle the deck? Because apparently it lets us, because it says up to 3, so it's still an option.
I mean, you can fail the search.
It says up to 3, so you can 0 is an option. Okay, shuffle. This is gonna be
your turn. Nothing's really changed. We still have on the opponent's side a baby Celesteela, a baby Metagross with 1 energy, and a Registeel with 3.
Now I wish Ninja Boy actually existed in format.
Now we got
a turn 2.
Now we have a Celesteela with an energy. We just drew a Magcargo.
Top deck either a Lily or Tantalizer. Probably Tantalizer.
Tantalizer.
Because our bench is full, Ranger is useless right now. We're actually hoping they would have knocked out not knocked it out yet, but we hoped they would have knocked it out by now.
Oh, I get it. And
leave it. No,
whoa, no. I almost messed that up. So, yeah, not much has changed. We still have... Oh, now we got another Beldum on bench.
It's set up for days.
Literally. Second energy onto Celesteela. Tantalizer. Hey, look at that. Shuffle hand into the deck, draw 5. Let's hopefully get something we could use.
Magcargo.
We got a second Magcargo.
Energy on to Entei.
Energy to Entei.
Other than smooth over. Really, what's in the discard?
What's in the discard?
Blaziken. Rescue Stretcher. Okay.
Rare candy. Next turn, Rescue Stretcher.
That's Magcargo, another card on top. No, that would have been a good time for that Mallow.
Yeah.
The one time Mallow is actually useful.
I know, we were just saying that it wouldn't work in this deck.
The thing is, you still have to be able to draw the 2
Total
cards.
new play.
I got the rare candy. Now let's top deck the other card. Not using Hiker to do it.
Oh, no.
Let's top deck the Blaziken then. At this point, the Blaziken. That one.
Okay.
And now we can actually start getting energy to the field next turn. Done.
Done.
What are they going to do? Knock out Oricorio? I want them to knock out Oricorio.
Exactly.
So we can bench the Rangaroo.
Yep, so that we can get going. I will admit this deck does take a little more setup than the rest, or than like the Raikou list.
I'm just glad they're dead drawing too. However, we decided to actually let's Tantalizer.
So now we got a Blaziken. We're gonna Fire Starter, get a Fire Energy onto Entei, and we'll just get that going.
And hope we get another energy. But I think at this point it could be pretty much a landslide. We top deck energy. Top energy, and we don't. Actually, I do want to retreat. I want to burn. Energy on Entei. I do want to retreat, not switch. Put the energy in the discard so we can use it for another target, like Blaziken.
Yep, that's what I'm thinking.
Smooth over. Guarantee one side has energy.
Gonna grab a Hiker for next turn. Wait, no, don't want to grab a Hiker for next turn because of the fact I'm trying to.
Energy, because actually the energy, it's the only Pokemon in the deck that isn't weak to us. Everything else is weak, and Metagross still needs 2 turns to set up.
And we will Eruption. Ooh, got rid of a rare candy. And knocked out a Celesteela for 140.
And I think at this point it's pretty much a landslide.
Because
we got rid weakness versus no weakness. And every energy we place goes on the next Entei. And, well, he has no weakness now, but...
And 130.
He's still in range.
He still is.
Actually, no, he's not.
Now we got the Supernatural Dance Oricorio on bench, and we got a Matang on bench.
No, but
we got a Palpad for Steven's Resolve and Cynthia. Yes.
Next play, you know there is still a Pokemon that is in range, though. Guzma.
Yep.
Switch. Ooh.
Okay.
Let's do the first play. Let's do the
Hold on. Fire on the Entei. Blaziken. Fire starter. Fire on the Entei.
So we got next turn. That's Guzma.
Heat Factory.
You know that's completely useless.
Guzma.
Doesn't really matter. We're switching with whoever comes in.
For the Entei.
Switch
For Entei.
And we
Magcargo for energy. And there's the scoop because they knew it was coming. So, you know what? I think we're just going to call it after these two because of the fact.
One was a really long game.
One was a very long game. And even then, we started off kind of bad in this, and it kind of recovered quickly.
I think that when we did in Guzma was the best option because all the other Pokemon can attack, and that one can't attack for 5 turns.
Yeah, so out of just straight right out of the box without any modifications to them, which one do you think is the better deck? Because honestly, I still really think the electric deck
It does have a few tricks that Entei doesn't have, called paralysis.
Exactly.
It can lock the deck out for a turn.
Exactly. That's what I'm thinking.
Overall damage output, though, Entei has the numbers. It does take a little more finagling to get the numbers.
Now, in terms of the modified list, which one do you feel is the better deck?
When they're about the same, just one hits harder, but all the attack is really in one Pokemon.
Yes.
Versus 2.
Yeah, because I honestly, in terms of just raw power, I love the Entei's raw power.
Well, it does play in your place, so.
At resource management, yeah, of course I'm gonna really like the Entei.
Both these decks were not high maintenance, but they had some maintenance to get the setup going. Once they were going, it's gone.
And all it really is Stadium, or is the Prism Star Stadium, the a couple little adjustments
and the only expense cards are the Guzmas. The supporters?
Pretty much.
That's it.
So
we didn't even put Ditto in here.
So either one of these decks are going to be really, really fun to play and use. I honestly might go and just build the Entei deck as is, or as we built it, and just kind of tinker with it and actually use it as a main deck for a while. I'm still working on a couple more, but I really liked where we went with the Entei, and I want to see if we can make it better. And if we can make it better, I want to feature it on the channel. Yes. But either way, I want to hear from you guys. Which deck list did you guys like better? The Raikou list or the Entei list? Let us know down in the comments. And while you're down there, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Become a Po-Town hero yourself. Hit us up on PTCGO. We are Po_Town_heroes. And also be sure to check us out on Facebook. Facebook.com/PoTownHeroes. As always, may all your games go well and may the top deck be in your favor. Till next time.